welcome back to my channel, Motivationalee. Remember, this channel is intended to inspire, motivate, and create an impact. Wherever you are, whatever circumstances would be, you're always welcome in my channel and always feel empowered. And you know what, today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited to present to you and to share with you some of the blessings that I have, and one of the blessings that I got to know somebody who is also very blessed and who would love to inspire each one of you as well. So without further ado, but don't forget to click that like, share, and subscribe button so that you'll be notified as well to all of my videos here on YouTube channel. Once again, I would like you to meet my lovely guest for this afternoon, who is the owner of MLV account, if you'll correct me later on. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you, it's like Miss Universe, okay? Michael Venezuela. How's it going?
How are you?
Mabuhay. I'm good, thank you. No, thank you for your time.
Yeah, interesting.
I know you're always busy, right? And you know what, guys? He's been fully booked today, but I'm so glad that he has given us a spare time for us, you know, and for you to get to know him better. Not just me, but also Mr. Michael Venezuela here, okay? So, Michael, how's everything? How's life after the lockdown? Because we're all like having freedom right now, right?
Yeah, so we're always busy.
Good.
Busy is always good.
It is very productive, isn't it, guys?
I run an accounting firm. So during the lockdown, we were still busy, but we were doing it virtually, you know.
Yes.
But now that COVID has gone down, we're doing most of our clients is now face-to-face. So we can see our clients now face-to-face in our offices around Melbourne.
That's true. And you know what, Michael, what happens from the past 2 years, you know, 2020, 2021, with all these lockdowns and pandemic, right? It has shifted the world into an online opportunity. And
correct.
You know what, we've been very flexible right now all over the world, and we can still thrive online, even talking to our friends online, you know, interviewing someone. I did a lot of podcasts and interviewing as well online, so it's just really good, isn't it? So congratulations, you were able to thrive and become more successful as well. But before we talk more about this, right, so I would like to ask you, because we haven't really like talked for a while because, you know, of all what's happening in the world. But what I want to ask you is that for them to know you as well, when did you arrive in Australia?
I arrived here in 2002.
2002. And how many years now? You're good in math, right? So I'm not a mathematician. 2002, so that's 20 years ago?
Yeah, more than.
Wow, 20 years ago. So what attracts you most to come to Australia?
You know, when I came here in 2002, I have a very young family. My kids, I have 2 girls. At that time, they were 3 years old and 2 years old. So, and when I was in the Philippines in 2002, I'm already an accountant there. Okay. But I saw that if I migrate to Australia, maybe there is a brighter future for myself and for my family.
That's true.
And so I took that chance, that opportunity, and the challenge, and 20 years hence, I'm now here talking to you, and maybe there's something that I can share with you. That's why you are here.
Thank you so much.
You're asking me some questions.
That's right. Watch out for that, guys. What is Michael doing from this 20 years of existence here in this country, Australia, beautiful country here, right? Multicultural as well, multicultural, diversified, which is really good. Now, Michael, thank you for sharing that as well. Like, why Australia, and what was, you know, when you came here 20 years ago, what was the hardest part of leaving your beautiful country, which is the Philippines?
Yeah.
What was the hardest part?
I think the hardest part is to know that you have to start all over again. You have to prove yourself again, you know?
Yes.
And because when I came here, I was already an accountant for 10 years. So I have already established my business there and my profession.
Yes.
But because I'm always working there and you have house help at home.
Yes.
When you came here, then suddenly you don't have house help. You don't have a maid, you know, or drivers.
You don't have assistant to do this,
you
do that laundry, and
yeah, and so you have to do everything.
True.
And but you know what happened? This I can say. when you migrate to Australia, you become closer to your family. Unlike when you are in the Philippines, because there are a lot of house help that can look after your family, you tend to you have more time for extracurricular activities. But when you come to Australia, everything is, even all of your schedule is around your family. You know, you bring your kids to school, to pick them up, because in the Philippines you don't do that. You can just ride maybe jeepney, or maybe they can just be driven by your driver.
Yes.
But here you do everything.
So there's more intimate relationship between the family. You're able to talk about anything, you know, like your experiences on a day-to-day basis, isn't it, right?
Yes.
You are more open
Yes.
in communication, which is really good, right?
Yes, correct.
That's good to know. And the more you get to know your family, the more you know how to approach one another. Because during your other glorious years in the Philippines, you were too busy as well, but because of your assistants, you have your maids, you have your driver as well. You know, someone can look after the kids, and you don't know what are their needs, right?
And you know, when I came here, I don't know how to cook.
Oh,
Nothing. Even rice, I don't know how to cook rice. But
And
now
you
I'm a good chef. I'm the one cooking at home.
That's
So that
a
is
good
one information
improvement.
that will happen to you once you take that challenge, that leap of faith, and go to this new country.
There you go, guys. So if you're planning to come to Australia or anywhere in the world, if you want to go out from your comfort zone, your own country, there's always a struggle and challenges as well. Especially you are used to having lots of assistants and other people doing this for you, but it's good that we will become more independent. You learn from scratch. You learn the humble beginning as a person, and you grow together as a family as well, and you become more close to one another because you know exactly who you are and what are your needs, you know, unlike before. So that's good to know. Now, moving forward, now that you're here, it's been 20 years, right? You had so much accomplishments perhaps, but I'm just curious, you don't need to answer this, but I'm just curious, when you came into this country, whether on the first day or within the 20 years, what were the challenges that you have encountered when you are in a country that you are very new, and new environment, new culture?
First of all, of course, when you come to Australia, you have to get a job. That's the first thing. You have to be employed, you know?
Yes.
But when you come here, everyone has experience. They always look for local experience. You know, you cannot really get, you know, when I was in the Philippines, and then before going to Australia, you have this dream. You think, because I'm already a CPA in the Philippines, I graduated from a good school, University of the Philippines.
Oh, UP, hello.
UP, yeah. And College of Business. And I'm a CPA there. I work in SGB, a company which is the number one accounting firm in the Philippines at that time,
Wow.
and even now. And now, when I came here, I know that I will make it before I came here. But once you step into Australia, it's different. When you apply, you give the resume, even if you work in this company, they will not accept you. Because they are always looking what you have local experience. So that is the main barrier.
Yeah.
Now, I know that most of you, or most of the migrants who came here, at least they have some money to start with, some capital.
Yes, yes.
But then that capital, if you don't find a job soon, will bring them. Maybe that will last you for a month or 2 months. But after 2 months of looking at job and you can't find one, then that's the problem. So you really have to be. So I think what happened is, at the start, I was looking for accounting jobs. But you have to be open for other jobs. You know, whatever is available, because there will be a balance. There's a balancing act there. You have to feed your family, but you want to pursue your career.
True.
So which one? If I take a factory job, let's say, a process worker job, then your career may be delayed, you know. But you have to feed your family. I think that's the main problem or challenge for us. But luckily for me, when I came here, I was able to find an accounting job.
On the
Yeah.
first Few weeks,
For
the first
2 weeks,
months.
I get
Very lucky.
an accounting job, and then
Yes.
I was able to start from there. But
That's
this job that I have, I became redundant because the company merged with another company, so we found my position redundant. So it was that at that time that I looked for other jobs. So now I was able to find another job,
What was it then?
another accounting job. But because I want to become a CPA here, so during that period I was working in an accounting job, and then I was also studying my CPA. And then aside from that, I took a process worker job, night shift.
Wow.
So I think I wasn't sleeping for a long time. So that was that challenge that I have. And I have a young family.
Saving money in school as well.
Yeah, so school, I'm working as a process worker, night shift.
Night shift.
I started 11 o'clock at night and
Until
finish 6
7.
o'clock,
Oh,
7.
yeah.
And then 7, you go home, you bring your kids to school, and then you sleep a little bit, and then in the afternoon I work in an accounting firm, and then
Wow. Superman.
you sleep a bit, and then I go to actually I studied in the library, in Gangnam Library. I studied there from 6 to 6 p.m. I guess until 9 p.m.
Wow.
No, 9 p.m. My work is 11. I go to the factory and sleep in the car park. Because, and then I wake up 11, I have to work. So I was able to do that maybe for 1-2 years.
2 years.
And then once I got my CPA, then I found another job in an accounting firm again. And then that one really led to another, and now I'm here.
Oh, wow.
So you really have to do something first. Because when I was working as a process worker,
Yes, yeah.
I know that I can do more. I know that I can do more. So I studied. So you really
You
have
have
to.
that vision.
You really have to invest in yourself. You really have to invest in study. Now so what you can see now is glamour. Like you see me, I'm already successful, but you don't know what did I do before I became here.
All the challenges, and that's good to know that for all the future migrants out there, or maybe already migrated in Australia or anywhere in the world, okay, that's outside of your comfort zone. Again, the challenges will be finding the job that you used to do. But Michael here is very lucky to find a job aligning to his profession. But not all of us who's migrating to a different country would find the same job that we're used to. But as a migrant itself, you must be ready for those challenges, that you must be flexible when it comes to finding a job. The most important thing is you'll earn something, and for you to meet your to meet something for all your needs. Like you need to make sure that you're earning something, even if it's I'm not saying that you're not happy with what you're doing, but for the time being that you are still settling in a country that you're not used to, at least you've got something, you've got a job that, even if it's not your passion, that at least you've started doing that just for you to thrive in a country that you're new. So that's very important.
So because you have to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere
You have to
with
be
a
patient.
job. Now when you're there, because of your hard work, it will shine. Wherever you put a diamond, it will shine.
That's true.
So once you really put your hard work in there, your dedication, and then it will come. Let's say you started in this company as a process worker, but you are actually an accountant in the Philippines or wherever you came from. Now there will be an opportunity that, they need a personnel in the office. And then before they hire from outside, they will hire from internal. Then you apply because you're already inside the company. Then you get the job. Then now, then you were promoted, you can be promoted in the office already. So that's what happened. Then you're inside already. And then they ask, do you know someone like this? Oh, my husband or my wife. So you just have to start somewhere. You just have to start somewhere, work hard, and then things will happen. You have to live one day at a time, enjoy your journey, and things will happen.
And always start with a humble beginning. You don't need to really think about reaching the stars. When I get to that certain country, I would be the manager of this because I was a manager in my own country. It's not like that. Start with a humble beginning and you work your way up, which is very important. That's what you're doing right now. And having said that, because you know people out there globally who's watching us right now are really like, you know, maybe thinking about it right now, coming to Australia or anywhere in the world and thinking about, I am ready to go there because I am ready to become more flexible and adaptable to the new environment. So that's what you've been doing as well. Now that you have settled within the 20 years of existence in this country and you've gained lots of friends as well, that's a good thing about migrating. You get to know a lot of people, right? Especially here in Australia, it's multi-diversified country. It's so easy to mingle with a lot of people in different parts of the globe that was coming down under, right? Now, within the 20 years of existence, where are you now? If you look back, scale yourself from 0 to 10. Where are you sitting right now?
5.
Looking back. 5. Wow, moderate. So you're moderately moving up the ladder, right?
Yeah,
so,
because if I say 10, there's no more room for improvement. And life is boring. Because there will always be challenges wherever level you are in your life.
I love your attitude, Michael. I just want to ask you as a Michael, right now that you've already studied, you've studied and you had so much different work experiences. What are you doing right now? Can you tell us all about it, please? 20 years, where is Michael right now? Even if you say you're 5.
What I'm doing now is inspiring people.
Take it away.
What I'm doing now is inspiring people to achieve their dreams. Because as I said earlier, I started with humble beginning, with hard work. Like I always say, the migrant who just came, that eventually you will be successful. Because you just have to do the hard yarn. You know, there's no shortcut. So for myself, like now, I have an accounting firm. I built this accounting firm from nothing. I didn't buy any accounting firm. I started from scratch. Now I have 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 clients.
Wow. And what's the name of the accounting firm?
MLV Accounting.
MLV Accounting. If you are in Victoria or even in Australia, because it's all online now. MLV Accounting, of course, the owner of this is Michael Venezuela. So tell us more about it. MLV is just there in the background as well, guys.
So I started my MLV accounting 6 years ago. So imagine 6 years time I was able to build this accounting firm. I started with only 40 clients. Now and then it became 80, it became, I remember the number, no? 40 and then it became 80, it became 200, 400, 800.
Wow.
And then 2,000, then 4,000.
What a progress.
It's really, it has really, you know, exploded. But you know, when I was starting, I went house to house. I'll tell you what I did. Yeah?
Tell us a story about it.
At first, I was working really in an accounting firm as an employee. So I worked there 9 to 5. 5 o'clock, in my car, I have my printer and my laptop. I now go to the houses of my clients. So maybe I have clients in Werribee, 2 people, 3 people. I go there. I do their task. I bring everything. Of course, sometimes I have free lunch. Free dinner. And you gain more friends.
That's right.
So I started with that, maybe 2 people there, 4 people here. I work Monday to Friday, so I work in my as an employee 9 to 5, and then 5 to 12.
Accounting firm.
In my own accounting, and then in my own business, I work
Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
No, Monday to Friday, I work after hours. So 5 to 12 in midnight. And then Saturday, Sunday, 7 to 12, you know? 7 in the morning up to 12 midnight. Because I really work hard. And then sometimes people will, like 10 of them in the same house. I go there and then I just work. I have my laptop and my printer. So it's all hard work. And now I started with 40 clients. Word spread, from 80, 200, 400, 800.
Word of mouth.
Yeah, word of mouth. So I never stopped working.
Where did you actually find these people? Like the first 40 clients up to?
Most of them, I'm of Filipino heritage, as you know. I started with the Filipino community.
Okay.
Because you actually start in your own community.
Of course.
But then as you go to your business, they have non-Filipino husband or
Yeah.
they have
So word of mouth.
non-Filipino co-employed, co-worker. So I now have a lot of non-Filipino clients. But it started with
So it's
the Filipino.
multi-diversified as
Now
well,
it's
just really-
multicultural now. And then if I have a client who goes interstate, and then he spread the word there, I have now interstate clients. Because you can now do what COVID did, what we can now do,
Yeah, Zoom.
tax return through
Yeah.
Zoom, through phone call,
Phone
through
call.
Teams, virtual.
It's good, isn't it?
So what COVID did,
Calling our accountants.
what COVID did was really expanded the accounting profession. Because now, before COVID, most of my clients are just local. But after COVID, we can do interstate.
Yes, it is actually. It is very
So,
much.
in any
Doable, it's doable.
Yeah, in any problem, there is a challenge, but there's always an equal opportunity. So when COVID comes, it is a problem, yes, it's a challenge, but there are a lot of opportunities in COVID. How? The world got smaller because of the internet, because of the virtual meeting, because of Zoom.
Yes.
Then you can now start a business around the world, around the globe.
Yes, definitely.
And then there are a lot of businesses that mushroom during COVID. So you have to reinvent yourself. If you have to. Don't stick with what you're doing. Be open-minded and like like Nokia, they're not there anymore because they didn't expand. Zero, they're not there anymore because they didn't expand. So you have to
You
be
can scan to your phone actually.
yeah. So now you have to be as an entrepreneur or as a business owner. You have to be open, you have to be flexible because there is only one thing that is permanent in the world: change. It's always change. Every time there's always change. Now,
Dynamics, very dynamic.
very dynamic. You have to enjoy the journey.
Yeah.
You have to look at life as an exciting one,
Sure.
not a fear one. You look at it from a perspective of being positive, or from being exciting. You know? Because otherwise, what is the difference of excitement? It's boring. Boring is doing things that you always do. Because you are not out of your comfort zone. I heard that from you. You have to be out of your comfort zone to really grow, expand.
Yes.
But
Come out from your shell.
yeah, come out from
This is
yourself.
the right time.
But that's always, of course,
Shine.
there's hard work.
Yes. You know the good thing about you as well, Michael, is that you have good values. You started with, you've been very persistent and perseverance. The perseverance is there as well. And when you persevere in what you do and you endure everything, just imagine a while ago you said, when you came to this country, there was a struggle, there were challenges. You started with this kind of job, and this and that. And look at you now, and you're reaping what you have sown, right? So that is a very good attitude as well. And the good mindset that you have as well, Michael, that despite of all there's also competition in wherever you go, there are competition, right? And the best thing is that you compete within yourself, which is a good attitude. Never compete with other people, otherwise you're creating your own stress, right? So compete within yourself so that you improve yourself much better and inspire others as well. And this is what you're doing right now. You've started your MLV accounting firm, you're doing accounting firm, right? And it's growing. It's getting bigger and exploding in numbers because of majority is word of mouth. And you know why people are endorsing you as well to other people? Because you've got a good heart. I know that one. Because if you're an accountant or anyone, whatever job you do, if you are the person who is the worst person to deal with, who would love to endorse you by word of mouth? No one, right? But because you've got a good heart, people would love to spread the good news to other people, and there you are. Well done. Woo! I should have a technical team here, okay? All right.
So, yeah, because
Yes.
in the end, it's people's skill. It's being comfortable with the people you deal with. Because accounting is, everyone can be an accountant. But success happens not being the best technical accountant, but the best accountant who can really connect. to the client, to the customer, and really address the needs they have and be sympathetic to them. As a migrant, and a client is another migrant, I straight away, because I treat my clients as a friend. You know, they will feel that it's not all money, I just need to get their fish. No. I treat them, I help them, because the money will come automatically. But you don't look at the money, you look at what you give. Give first. Give your service first, and then you get the reward later on. Now, for me, because I'm really a people, I'm curious about people. So, when my client comes, I ask him, where are you from? The Philippines? It's a Filipino client. Where are you in the Philippines? So, it can be from Visayas, Mindanao, Luzon. Then I straight away I connect. Just to connect with your client. How many do you have families back home? So, you try to know everything. Now, you know, if they have family back home, then you know that they will be giving, sometimes they are giving money. That money remittance together. So when I give advice, I'm not just giving advice per se, but I really look at the bigger picture. And then when we do the tax, we get the maximum possible refund. Because sometimes that refund goes to their family.
We love refunds, right? Who wouldn't want refunds?
And you know, we started I started MLV accounting because our vision is to start to create a one-stop shop for all of your finance, tax, accounting, and social needs, so that your success will have a ripple effect not only to your families here in Australia, but also to your families back home. Because we always go back to where we came from. I will not say that you are successful if you come here, you become success, and you forget your where you came from. That is not success. Success is sharing what you have, and that is the why. Why are you working hard? It's because of your family back home, which was the main reason in the first place why you migrated to Australia.
That's right. And you're giving back.
And you're giving back. And when you have that attitude, then work is not hard. Because the reason is more important than the hard work, than the fear of taking the challenge. So that's what I tell my client. That's what it became, wow, okay, now they understand when you have to work. And then I will teach them how to become financially stable.
Love that, financial advice.
Yeah, financial advice, okay. Now you have a good job, you have a stable job, you and your husband. Now, you get your first house, I will help you get your first house. How? There are lots of things. How? You get your first house, we get your investment property, and we do that.
Nice.
So there are lots of ways, you know. But you have to see the bigger picture. Why are you doing that? I tell them, okay, I'll make you rich, financially stable, so that you can help your family back home.
I love your mission, Michael. You know, you're not just inspiring people, but you're empowering people. So that's what motivation is here.
Yeah,
that's what motivation is all about.
Try to motivate.
Yes.
I like your motivation.
Yeah. That's right, motivationally. So that's really good. And you know what, guys? If you're all still tuning in at this time, we're not live, but still almost live. But don't forget, if you need an accountant and financial advisors, one-stop shop, MLV accounting firm. Of course, Michael Venezuela here is always here to help you and to guide you, where your path will be heading on. You know what? He's always available anytime of the day, 7 days a week. As always, it's a mission, isn't it? What a beautiful mission of MLV accounting group. So how about you guys for everyone?
I started MLV accounting to help our fellow migrants.
And you've got as well a mechanical A car shop. Wow. Is there anything else?